Meet Danji, who has his own chainsaw demon that helps him make a living. And he obviously could use the help, because his dead father owes huge sums of money to gangsters. And now the poor guy has to somehow wriggle out of going after his father. He doesn't disdain any methods, from eating cigarettes to selling his own organs. But the most lucrative business is still hunting demons. One day, the bandits invite Danji back to work, because a demon has appeared. But upon arriving at the warehouse, it turned out to be all a trap from a zombie demon who turned the bandits into his slaves. He hated the hunters, so he ordered the zombies to kill our main character, and they set about doing their bidding. Mortally wounded Danji, carrying his little pet in his arms, hoped to escape from the clutches of death and live a normal life. But all his hopes collapsed into a garbage dump along with his bloody body. Some demons can possess the bodies of dead people, and the demon Danji knew how to do that. But he didn't just move into the corpse of his dead master, he gave him his heart, giving him another life. Along with his new life, Danji got a new body. Now he could turn into a demon with arms and head in the form of a chainsaw. With these weapons and abilities, the guy became on par with other demons, even stronger than some. This time he won't back down, but will take the fight to his opponent. At the scene of the massacre, the men in black arrived. But not the ones we all know about. They turned out to be demon hunters who work for the state. They gave Danji a choice, either go with them as a human or die as a demon. Naturally, he chose the former. At the head of the men in black was a pink-haired girl named Mikima. Let's call her boss for simplicity's sake. So the boss said that from now on, Danji was her pet, like a dog. Despite this status, she treated him well. And as strange as she is, she's a nice girl who pays attention to our hero, something he couldn't even dream of before. And now he is free of debt, he has food and a job, almost a normal life. Danji sets up plans to work with his boss, but there's no way around it. His new colleague is Aki Hayakawa, or just Aki. Not much of a talkative, serious guy with a katana. Who is sufficiently aware of the dangers of his job and doesn't want to make any unnecessary sacrifices by trying to talk Danji into quitting. But our guy doesn't give up that easily, and he makes it clear that he's not going anywhere. They have a rather peculiar way of communicating, and now they have to work together. He and Aki finally went on their first mission together. It was necessary to eliminate a possessed man. A possessed person is a demon who has taken over a human corpse. Denji's first assassination in a government position is something to celebrate. He is in love with the real Mikima, but what is the real Mikima? He has yet to find out. So Denji's goal is to get his boss to love him back. But it's too early for that. In this case, he has to find a partner, not an ordinary one, but a real, live obsessive. Power is an obsessive, hyperactive girl with horns on her head. The platoon is experimental, which is why they have such interesting personalities. If anything goes wrong, they'll be eliminated. Pure, though strong since she used to be a blood demon, is quite intemperate and can cause trouble, which is why she was paired with Danji to restrain her impulses. But instead of a seemingly perfect union, we get perpetual quarrels and arguments. But it's fun. Horny also has a goal. Her beloved cat Mayafka was taken by some demon and now she must get her back. Well, to help her in this, our Danji has agreed. But it was all a lie to feed the main character to the demon Nyasitz, who holds the cat, as if to sacrifice him. The demon needed to rise from the ashes, to regain his strength through human blood, in order to continue killing. The deal was for the human to return Power's cat, but the demon didn't like Denji's mixed blood, and as punishment, he ate Meowie, right in front of the possessed, and then swallowed her as well. Despite the fact that Power attacked our guy, like a true gentleman he was sympathetic and decided to get her back from the demon's stomach and avenge the Miyawak at the same time. They got into an epic fight to the death. Of course, the main character won, it's canon. Oh, I thought Danji was able to save Power and even Mayafka, but that demon was replaced by another, that is, another leech demon. I have to keep fighting or run away, except Power can't move a pinky after the acid sauna in his stomach, and Danji is bleeding profusely. Is it really over? She's not so sure Danji is cute, so the demoness decided to spare him, but she's clearly not attracted to the horned one and the cat. But our brave hero can't leave anyone behind. He didn't save anyone for nothing after all, so he rushes into battle again. A left hook, a right hook, an uppercut, but Danji is doing very well, until he gets pierced through, like a shish kebab. And that would have been the end of our story if it weren't for everyone's favorite Aki. Everything ended happily, everyone's alive, not counting the demons, the cat's saved, so everything's great. But not only has Denji been living in Aki's house lately, but the boss has also decided to move in Mad Power and her cat, so she has to live at the HQ as well. No one was excited about living with 3 people. But it was fun. And now a new task from the boss: you have to kill a flame-haired demon. He's incredibly powerful, and it's every hunter's dream to kill him. Mikima made a deal with Denji: she will fulfill his every wish if he kills this monster. Of course the guy agreed. What else could it be? While the demon was rampaging, it wiped out a huge number of people including Aki's family. It moved so fast that some pieces of its flesh flew off, and if it is collected in a large enough piece, it should return to its master, thus leading the hunters directly to the target. But other demons can also eat a piece of flesh, firearm becoming more powerful. From this it follows that hunters need to kill demons, taking pieces of firearms from them, then combining them together. And so a signal was received that a demon appeared in one of the hotels. There is a suspicion that it ate a piece of firearms. The boss sent their 6 hunters: a ghostly mod, a coward, a serious guy, Aki, a horny, and Denji. Our magnificent 6 wander around the hotel looking for a demon, killing some little guy along the way. They realize that they are literally lost within 4 walls. Everywhere they go, they keep coming back to the 8th floor. It's mystical. They've fallen under the influence of a demonic force that now doesn't know how to get out of the 8th floor. Windows, doors, stairs, everything leads back. What to do? Where is the enemy? How do we get past it? And is it possible to break the vicious circle? After a while, which incidentally stopped there, our guys never moved from the point. In the truest sense of the word. No clue, no sign of a demon, no hope of a way out, nothing at all. Well, while they're looking for a way in, let me tell you about the ghostly one-eyed woman. She's a hunter who made a deal with a demon who ate her eye, and in return she can use his ghostly hand. She's also Aki's longtime partner. They're probably even friends. Just like that, the surprise little demon they killed started to sprawl, turning into a huge pile of something. It also started talking, offering the hunters a contract to trade Denji for the freedom of the others. The cowardly girl was the first to fall for the deal, but Aki and the ghostly one quickly put her down. The harder the hunters try to destroy the demon, the bigger it becomes. The thing is, the 8th floor is the demon's stomach, with not a single weak spot in it, much less a heart. But even so, no one is willing to sacrifice a comrade. The cowardly and serious guy has been going crazy little by now, causing a ruckus from which the demon feeds and only grows. And then this crazy cowardly girl, trying to kill Denji, stabs Aki with a knife. A clear example of how panic is never a good thing. He's also shown to be a bit of a jerk to the point where he leaps into the demon's mouth, having, of course, thought up a murderous plan to kill him beforehand. Let the great battle begin. When Denji gets into the monster's jaws, he turns into a chainsaw demon and starts hacking at it from the inside. The monster is huge and strong, and our hero is very dodgy and very painful saws. It's not a question of how long Denji will last, but how long the demon can endure. He hurts, but how can he get to his heart to destroy the evil spirits? After 3 days and 3 nights of incessant fighting, Denji finally destroys this demon, thereby freeing the entire team from the horrible hotel and getting a piece of the firearm as a gift, so to speak. In honor of such a happy event, the whole gang decided to get together and chat over drinks. The next day, the boss headed to Kyoto for more support. Suddenly assassins attacked and shot Mikima and her companion. The entire special branch was also attacked. The unsuspecting protagonists are eating in a restaurant and are suddenly accosted by a man. From idle conversation, he pounces on the guys with a gun. Power and Aki react quickly, but not faster than the bullets that hit Denji and the one-eyed man. The attacker turns out to be neither human nor demon. He's like Denji, only he has swords instead of saws. Aki pulls out his weapon, a katana, which takes away years of his life for using his power. It proves to be quite effective. Just 3 strokes and the opponent is defeated. He should have been defeated, but his girlfriend comes in and restores all his strength, ordering him to kill Aki. Before he could even swing his katana, his body was pierced by the villain's sharp blades. No one around him can help, as all the demons are afraid of this girl. The mortally wounded one-eyed girl has made a contract with her own demon. She will give him her entire body and he will give her all his power in return. In spite of such a sacrifice, it didn't help. All seemed lost. The possessed has escaped, the one-eyed woman is dead, Aki is mortally wounded, Denji is lying with a bullet in his forehead and seems to be dying too. But wait! No! This is the power of the protagonist. Of course Denji is alive. This couple wants Denji's heart, but he's not going to give it up that easily. Savatari, that's the name of this powerful girl, calls for help. Meanwhile, the battle between the Chainsaw Man and the Sword Man continues. But ordinary humans can't handle our guy. What's more, he can't lose to that half-demon either. Or he will, but Denji is cut in half like a sausage before he can even blink. Let's recap the beginning of the end. The one-eyed woman is killed, all the chainsaw partners are shot, Power escapes, the villains have Denji's heart, and the boss is dead. Or is she? Of course not, she's more alive than ever. Makima scattered everyone, she's the boss for a reason. In Kyoto she was met by men in black from other units, 2 scars, they were already up to speed. The boss asked for 3 dozen life prisoners in a temple on the mountain, also a change of clothes. A plan immediately appeared in her mind. With the help of her unique demon, she killed the villains at a distance. Her demon works like this, blindfolded people, so as not to know her demon, must name the victim, then Makima makes a few movements with her hands and the victim is torn to pieces, but along with it dies and the one who called the name, in our case are lifelong prisoners criminals. Savatari and the Sword Man are left alive and ready to leave, when suddenly they see the coward. The thing is, when they and the serious guy were shot, he covered the coward with himself and she survived. Now the cowardice has been replaced by a thirst for revenge. With deft moves, she seriously wounded the swordsman and drove the villains away. Thanks to her, Denji was not taken away. Just by this time, Makima had arrived back in Tokyo. Due to the situation, namely the fact that most of the hunters are dead, all special units are placed under the boss's command. Well, the important thing is that our foursome is alive and relatively healthy. Aki is having a hard time with the loss of her one-eyed friend. And Denji and Power are still fighting. By the way, those 2 scars from Kyoto are here to train the 4th special section, so I'm just saying. To that end, Makima decided to introduce Denji and the Horned One to their new mentor, a hunter from the 1st special section. And his training is simple, he hunts a couple of demons, and they hunt him, and so on until they defeat him. While the hunter tortures the poor half-demons, Aki is offered to either end his service or contract with a stronger demon and stay. Of course he takes the second one. Aki and his mentors go down to the dungeon where all the captured demons are held in order to find new weapons there. He is offered one of the most dangerous demons, a demon of the future. Dangerous to the hunters themselves, because he charges a very high price. The demon of the future turned out to be a bit of a weird dude. He had to see Aki's future first, which is quite logical from his name, and then he would give out the terms of the contract. The demon saw the gruesome death of his new master and made this offer. For the power given by the future demon, Aki must put it in his right eye. Let's see how our half-men's training is going, and they're doing great. The mentor is still mocking them, but they're making some progress too. Way to go! The 4th special branch has planned an attack on the villains, led by a girl with a sword man. The operation has begun, with the entire building where the villains are sitting surrounded by police and hunters. At the same time, Makima learns the names of the Yakuza, who are aiding the villains to deal with them by force. The plan is that today without a plan, we just have to smash the villains. Let me introduce you to the 4th special department. Shark, can swim in any surface and eat anything. Plague, very strong possessed. Spider, creepy girl. Angel, sucks years of life by touch. And our usual foursome, Aki, Denji, Power and Coward. The demons were left in the basement to deal with the zombies, while the heroes went to the villains. The building is huge, so the group decides to split up. Aki went to the 4th floor. There he met a couple of people, who, however, were killed by the boss. And then finally he reached the girl. She summoned a ghost demon against Aki. But thanks to his new power, Aki can briefly see into the future and foresee blows, and despite this, the ghost proved to be strong. He began to strangle the samurai. But instead of killing him, the former one-eyed demon handed him a cigarette. The ghost demon has no eyes, it is guided by fear, and Aki easily overpowered it. Aki and the coward surrounded Savatari on both sides. Meanwhile, Denji and Power went to the 7th floor to catch the sword man. But instead they ran into a horde of zombies, Power rushed into battle, and Denji went on his way. On the 13th floor, he came face to face with the sword man. Let the fight begin. The fight moves from the building to the rooftops, from the houses they fly to the moving train, equal in strength and skill, which of them will win? Lust for revenge or love? In an attempt to protect the people on the train, Denji is injured, and the swordman reactivates his super-fast mode. And so our hero is left without hands. And we remember that he can't lose too much blood. Confident in his victory, Swordsman lost his vigilance and lost sight of the saws on Denji's legs, which caused him to be sawn up like a log. The criminals were neutralized, the Yakuza members caught, the zombies slaughtered. The collected fragments of firearms now began to move toward the host. Kind of a happy ending. But is it the end?